Yeah, I'll see you next time, everyone. And by next time, I mean right now I'm going to hit new game and continue on and just split in the editing. So, I'll see you tomorrow, fools. Alright, okay, new game. Dwarvish moderation. Right, so you can click your last choice. That was okay, but alright, I didn't use any astrology. Maybe I should have used astrology? No, okay, look. So we'll do that. We're going to go Master of Arms, so I can actually deploy defensive maneuvers. Flesh smithing, that sounds so crazy. Mathemagic, what the hell would Mathemagic do? Psionics, no, not the Mind Probe. Okay, look, we'll just add some defense, yeah? So now we've got Artful Dodger and Master of Arms. If that's not enough defense, I don't know what is. And what if we get rid of Golomancy and instead add the Promethean Magic? I want to say Pyromancer. Alright, we'll do that. Okay, done. Right. Okay. Potatoes. The second, or just second, because the second probably won't fit. Let's play it. No, okay. Let's go with the guy with the crazy eyebrows. Let's do it. Right. An ages long past, great heroes bound for the blah 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 blah. Let's go. Okay. Right. This time, as you can see, we've started kind of in the middle of the dungeon. So, and I don't have to explain loads of crap this time. So, that's all good. That's all gravy. It was all planned, everyone. It was totally planned. Right. This is a loot fist statue. I actually talked about this on daily once. Basically, you'll find like a box later on that you can put random junk in, and it will turn into this stuff, Lutefisk. I don't actually know what that is. I guess it's something to do with fish in the real world, maybe. But you can then condense it basically into this box, and it becomes just this stuff, Lutefisk, which then you can then tithe in this, I guess, in the waters around here, and it will give you a random item back depending on how much you've got, which is really cool. So slowly as you play through the game, just keep doing that. It's a nice way to manage your inventory. Like, you just throw all that random stuff in. This is pretty cool. So look, there's actually a load of Lutefisk here. I guess they did that on purpose because this is the first area. So now if we go, I don't know actually. I think I need the box. There we go. We just tied 9 pieces of Lutefisk, and that's like in total. So I guess just slowly as you go through the game, you want to get more and more. I never played with that too much though when I last had a character. We'll see what happens. Right, Diggle. It's time to die. Yes, we're blocking. Yes, we have defense this time. I didn't take any damage, and we have more max HP. And we've got a Diggle Egg. It's all good. This time, my friends, we will kick the dungeon's arse. I promise you. Little Batty, it is somewhat injured. I kind of feel bad in the early areas, because you're just killing. Like, the nicest... Well, mind you, they are attacking you. You get these things that you can kill and get heroic vandalism for. There are quests in the game, in case you were wondering. If a chest is locked, you got to try and bash it open, and you get a chance that you'll get the item inside. If you've got lockpicks, you can actually open it without having to bash it, but you could break everything as I did there. So as you can see on the floor there, it says you bashed it up good, you smashed up the chest. So that's kind of what's going on there. Trying to avoid the traps. Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have got the trap thing. But mind you, you shouldn't have to feel... Yeah, like the trap won't be so bad that you feel like you have to have that skill. They are, I guess, all a choice. There are probably bad decisions to make because sometimes, like, you obviously couldn't create a character that just has all the tinkering and stuff. That would suck. So, there's... Yes, that's a barbecue in the dungeon. There's like so much crazy shit around. Oh god, I've trod on a trap. A gargoyle arrow trap. Can I move out of the way? I think we're alright. I don't think it shot at me. Chost is locked. Yes, fine. Right. Emerald, gem, aqua ferratis, another crate. See, I mean, once you get into the rhythm of things in this game, as long as you feel comfortable enough fighting stuff, like, once your character starts to level up, I want to level up at least once. I'm ashamed I didn't before I died earlier. That was probably one of the last things we had to kill. Here's your experience bar, by the way. So you can see I've almost leveled up this time already. So it's quite shocking to me that before we hadn't done it. Maybe I did and I just didn't notice. No, because you do notice because it will throw up your skill stuff. So don't worry about that. Well, we can't get over there without hitting that trap unless we come around here, which is nice. I love the music in this game. It reminds me of Little Big Adventure. Alright, well, I didn't see that trap, so I have to be careful of that. It is broken. Yay, the wooden barrow is broken. Oh, we could have gone down. Okay, never mind that then. I need to remember to use my magic. So we've got Dragon's Breath this time. You can belch forth a jet of flame, not unlike the incident with the wait, what? Not unlike that incident with the wager involving an entire barrel of dwarven rum. It sets anyone in the way, including the floor, on fire. Okay. So I remember that. Actually, I do remember that. Maybe I did that on a test run at some point once before. A big thing that I like to do is just try and hug the walls. So instead of going in the middle, I'm going to try and come down here. I like that I'm treading on some of these traps, but they're just not activating. Oh, that's very helpful. Simple wooden shield. What items have I got equipped? I've got a club and a normal wooden shield. That's cool. And an iron breastplate. So you started with better stuff now because I picked a different skill at the start. We've still got the smithing stuff. A leather cuirass. Don't need it because a jacket. Can't wear that. As you can see, there's loads of slots for inventory too. So we'll keep an eye on that. Well, we were using maces. Is that what we... Yeah, it's maces, isn't it? Right. Not swords or anything. I'll have to remember that because I'm going to be tempted to buy swords because... Oh man, it was so much fun before. Like when you start to get up the character tree and stuff, it's brilliant. So you got levers up here in the top. Feel free to read this because I won't be able to. All the different areas in the maps are like named random crap. So this is called the Pillar of Manuscripts. It's like I think it's randomized what they call the areas as well. Like they've just got a load of random names that they like jumble together. Yes, okay, that's a lot of traps. There's a lot less enemies around. So we got a plastic ingot there. And plastic stuff I actually think is reasonably good armor in this game, which is quite funny. We've got the easy target curse on us. I'm going to eat a diggle egg so that I can heal up a bit. When you're kicking through doors, did I mention this already? It can damage you a little bit, so you've got to be careful of that. More diggle eggs, yay! Just going around eating your young. You can thank me later. So yeah, we're just going to keep moving around. I'm filming this on Saturday. And I don't want to bitch about it too much, but the lore thing went out, and I was wondering, I was going to ask you guys what you thought of the latest one, because, I don't know, reception to it wasn't amazing this time, and it was like, a lot of people said it was kind of complicated, and that, yeah, the thing is, that part of the story is complicated, let's be honest here. And, I don't know, I feel like people are expecting to be able to watch the summary stuff and just totally switch off their brains and just be like, oh, okay, now I understand it. The truth is, it's a complicated, long story, and you're going to have to try and focus at least a little bit. You are, like, it's all so condensed, it's going to be really hard for you to understand the plot if you're just going to sit there and be like, oh, I want to just understand it without having to do any thinking. I don't know, maybe... Nobody seemed to have that expectation with previous summary things. Maybe it was just that much more simple before, but I'm a bit bummed out about that, to be honest with you guys, about the latest thing that wasn't that great. Anyway, we've leveled up. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You must learn a new skill from your skill tome to gain the full effect of your new level. So, we'll throw up your skill tome. Right, these are the skills you chose at the start. Down here, like so, and you could just progress up them. It's really simple. It's not, you don't get branches within each thing. You just slowly choose which ones you want to level up. Do you know what? It's fine, simple like that, because this game can get so complicated in other areas. It's like it's not even funny. So what do we want to go up on? Maces, macery, shield bearer, artful dodging, and as you can see here, so if we go up, we'll get another stat on dodge. And we will have read an article in the back of the Adventure Monthly about this. Now let's see if it works. Theoretically, it turns a dodge into a counter attack sometimes, so that also do that maybe. But the thing is that this is always the interesting bit because you don't know what you want to level up. Smithing, I don't know how leveling up. What does that do? This is the art of mining cubes and then crafting them into useful shapes. You've also picked something up about traps, so that will give me a bit more trap detection, I guess, which is quite good. I'm practical and wait, you're a practical and practice metallurgist. Forge keeper. I feel like, did they just make up words here, or is this just another example of my ignorance where I just literally have no idea what's going on? Let's just turn on, let's go up, let's learn a rune of, well the thing is I'm still not using my magic, so don't worry about that. Let's just go Dwarven Handshake. This is the skill of teaching your enemy when to back off. This skill gives you a chance to hit with an especially damaging knockback attack in melee combat when using mace class weapons. Right, okay, we'll do that. So that's something that swords and axes never had, so I should be able to knock people back now, which will be cool. There's a chest of evil here, and a door down. Do I want to open the chest of evil? Do I want to open the chest? Yeah, let's open the chest of evil. You have discovered the dark artifact, Valng, the feline nature. You put Valng, the feline nature, in your bag. That sounds like a quest item, so be careful of that. Has anyone seen the guy with the big eyebrows? No, I haven't seen anyone with big eyebrows. My eyebrows are just perfect, thank you very much. Right, we got some diggles here. Come on, what's going on there? I'm clicking him to attack, and my guy's just stood there. Look at the difference it's made adding armor smithing. Literally, that was Dwarven Handshake, but I guess he didn't get moved back because I keep pressing Q because I'm trying to strafe, by the way, which is why the quest thing's coming up. So we'll ignore that. Yeah, I guess because he was against the wall, he didn't get knocked back, which kind of sucks. So we'll have to be careful of that. An Uber chest, TM, open. The Uber chest is locked. I guess I can only do that once I've got a quest. There's a dart there. I kind of want to start trying to disarm these traps. Hey, there we go. Because you get experience and stuff. I think that's what experience is, the little medal that appears. Don't know what that is. Don't know. Brimstone. Okay, brimstone. Okay, I don't know whether I can use that in crafting. Here's an alchemy workbench. It's covered with charred spots and a dusting of foul-smelling ash. Because I'm not an alchemist, I guess I can't use it. That's a monolith. It glares at me ominously. They're for use in quests as well. Like, the quests are pretty cookie cutter, but there's stuff to do in the dungeons, so it's quite nice, and they give you loads of experience. So here we can learn how to create bollers. So if I find 3 soft balls, I can create bollers with them using my little anvil smithing kit, which should be great. A teleport. Do you guys want to see me go in a teleporter? I suppose we can. There we go. I have discovered the nebulous tube. Sure I have. Right. Rust. Can I please equip the rust? There we go. Equip the rust, take the rust. Thing is, my inventory will be getting quite full already. Hey, a crossbow. Not that I can use it. But we can sell this stuff at the shop, I think? Or turn it into loot fisk. So when I gaze into the water, everything seems so clear. I've got clear vision. Your sight is much improved. Oh yeah, so vision is actually a thing in the game. Like obviously, like you can only see a certain amount of distance, and that can be improved with various skills. There is a lot here, honestly. It's just running around clicking, but it's kind of weird to me because you look at old games now and like everyone's like, oh, it was just running around, oh, turn-based stuff is so shit, blah, blah, blah. But actually, I mean, this is very old school design, and I'm not someone that cares that much about old school or anything, but it is kind of funny how they can make, while the gameplay on its own is kind of simple, there's so much layered on top of it. It's like pretty damn awesome, and there's a lot here. We've already got loads of health. Look at how much easier this is, guys. I'm kind of annoyed that my first character was such a pussy. We got a cracked orb there. Shield, thank you. There you go, got a blobby. And it does get pretty hectic. As you saw on that second floor, there was that like Grim Reaper thing. They do... Wow, that was just an awful lot of dodging, wasn't it? There are pretty crazy enemies. One of the most fun things about it is when you get down into lower floors and it's like, oh shit, what is that? You see something new. And especially when it's like a boss, because there are bosses, you just literally start pooing yourself a little bit. So that's another teleporter. I think the game's just telling me that I need to go into one, isn't it, really? There's a bow staff there. Should we try it? Where am I? Ah, that was a teleporter we'd already found. Okay, cool. There was a Batty there that had already respawned. Hey, Batty. The weird thing for me was, on my previous character, ages ago, I don't know whether it was a balance thing or it was just kind of me on a crappy like setup, but I could kill stuff, but it took me quite a while after a short period of time, or I'd have to be kind of careful. So here you see, by the way, there's a thing in the middle. To get to that, do you remember we've got Artful Dodger, the leap thing? I think at some point, we can have a quick look. Not that. There we go, K. Artful Dodging. Nightly leap. With this ability you can leap out of trouble or into it. So I think with that, when we've unlocked that, we can now jump over stuff and you can jump onto that middle platform. There's also other ways of getting that stuff. I believe you can teleport. Well, I know you can teleport, but I believe you can also like get items from like a distance, I think. Does that ring a bell? That could be wrong. But there's different ways of getting that kind of stuff. So, and sometimes, like my previous character had no way of doing it, so I spent the entire game looking, and it was like, oh, there's an odious puffball over there. I really want it, and I would never be able to, which kind of sucked. Hey, a traffic cone, cool. One thing I would say that the game is lacking is that we can put a traffic cone on our head for extra defense. Or, well, no, not extra defense. What is that giving me? What stat is that? That is giving me dodge chance, apparently. Somehow a traffic cone is giving me dodge chance. It may make a ridiculous hat, but at least you won't get hit by a car. Brilliant. Oh, so that's why it's giving me dodge chance. Yeah, because of all the cars around here. I gotcha. Okay. Regrettably, I can't remember who developed this, but I think these guys are fantastic. It's like that was their first indie game, I think. It got a lot of coverage when it first came out from channels on YouTube, which is admittedly how I found it. And at the time, I remember I looked on the forums, and the guys were like, oh shit, man, we just put this game out, and it wasn't meant to be a massive release or anything, but it got loads of attention when it first came out, well, comparatively for what they were expecting, and there were issues with it, and they were like, there was just this humble post from the devs where they were like, look, what can we say? We weren't expecting this kind of thing, and they suddenly had they were like in overdrive mode trying to fix loads of stuff and that, and they were just talking about how it was a problem, but it was a fantastic problem to have. What you just saw me do there was stupid, because what you can do in the game is if like where that digger was, he was there, I walked into him, which was my turn, then he had a free turn to attack me. If I'd stood here and just pressed space, he would have wasted his turn to walk into me, and then I could have attacked him first. And you'll learn little stuff like that about the combat. That does help, and it can save your lives eventually. There are ways of strafing around people and that, as you saw earlier. when I avoid one death, like by the skin of my teeth at some point. It really is fun.